I stood by the glass wall while she talked numbers. Move the call to 9, she said, eyes on the screen. Okay, I replied, already opening my calendar. Her assistant hesitated. We promised him 10. Change it, she said. I smiled and nodded. No problem. She didn't look at me. The room felt quiet around her voice. Email legal, she said. Done, I said. She waved a hand. And cancel dinner. I blinked. We had plans. Work, she replied. I said, of course. My chest tightened. Daniel leaned near the door. You good? He asked. Always, I said. He watched her. She always like this? Busy, I said. He frowned. That's not an answer. I shrugged. It works. He whispered, for who? I didn't answer. She turned. Why is he still here? He's with me, I said. She corrected me. You're with me. I smiled again. Daniel's jaw tightened. She said, we need the deck by noon. I'll stay, I replied. You have a lunch, she said. I'll cancel, I said. Good, she replied. Daniel muttered, man. In the hallway he stopped me. You don't have to do that. I do, I said. Why, he asked. Because it's easier, I said. Easier than what? Arguing, I said. He sighed. You're shrinking. I'm adapting, I replied. He shook his head. Same thing. My phone buzzed. Maya's name lit the screen. Hey, she said. You okay? I asked. You sound tired, she said. I'm fine, I replied. You always say that, she said. Because it's true, I said. She paused. Did she cancel again? Work, I replied. Maya whispered, you matter too. I smiled. I know. Do you? She asked. I think so, I said. She exhaled. Come home. I can't, I said. Why? Because she needs me, I said. Maya went quiet. She always does, she said. I ended the call. Back inside she snapped. Where were you? Phone, I said. Focus, she replied. I am, I said. She tapped the table. Read the room. I nodded. Daniel watched me. She interrupted me mid-sentence. No, not that. Okay, I said. She corrected me again. Say it like this. I repeated her words. She smiled at the board. Not at me. After the meeting she walked ahead. Great job, I said. She didn't hear. I followed. Her phone rang. Yes, Victor, she said. I slowed. Of course, she said. I'll fix it, she said. She laughed. I waited. She ended the call. Where are we going? I asked. My office, she replied. And lunch? I asked. She glanced back. Later. Together? I asked. She hesitated. We'll see. In her office she pointed. Sit. I sat. She typed. Did you send the file? She asked. Yes, I said. Did you CC finance? Yes, I said. Did you format it? Yes, I said. She nodded. Good. I waited. She kept typing. Daniel peeked in. Lunch? He asked. She answered. He's busy. I said, I can go. She replied, no. Daniel looked at me. Later, I said. He left. My phone buzzed again. Maya texted, are you eating? I typed later. She replied, please. I put the phone down. She stood. We have a call. With who? I asked. Everyone, she said. I stood. She added, and be quiet. I nodded. On the call she spoke fast. I took notes. I raised a point. She cut me off. Not now, she said. Okay, I replied. A director laughed. She smiled. I didn't. After Daniel texted, you okay? I typed, fine. He replied, blinked twice. I smiled. Maya called. Can you talk? She asked. Later, I said. Promise? She asked. Yes, I said. Don't forget me, she said. I won't, I replied. I meant it. She touched my arm. Good work, she said. I looked up. Thank you, I replied. She pulled away. Dinner? I asked. She checked her watch. Tomorrow, she said. Anniversary, I said. She frowned. Right, she said. Can we? I asked. She answered, we'll try. I nodded. Daniel caught me by the elevators. You deserve more, he said. I have enough, I replied. He shook his head. Love isn't a schedule, he said. Neither is success, I replied. He stared. At home I set the table. 2 plates. 1 chair stayed empty. My phone buzzed. She texted, running late. I typed okay. 7 became 8. 8 became 9. The food cooled. The room stayed quiet. Maya texted, did she come? I typed, not yet. Daniel called. Alone? He asked. She's busy, I said. He sighed. Again? It's work, I said. You keep saying that, he said. Because it's true, I replied. Silence. Do you want me to come? He asked. No, I said. Why? Because she might arrive, I said. My phone rang. Her name. Emergency, she said. Cancel, she added. I stared. Okay, I said. She hung up. I sat. I stood. I sat again. The door stayed closed. I whispered, it's fine. It wasn't. Maya called. He didn't show, did he? No, I said. Her voice cracked. I'm coming, she said. Don't, I replied. Why? Because I'll be fine, I said. You always say that, she said. I mean it, I replied. She cried. I picked up the ring box. It felt heavy. I opened it. It shined. I closed it. She texted good night. I typed good night. I added a heart. She didn't. I lay back. The ceiling stared. I whispered, I love you. The room didn't answer. I understood then. I was engaged to power. Not to me. Not to us. I smiled anyway. I always did. And I always would. Until I didn't. I closed my eyes and practiced breathing because silence was safer than truth, because obedience felt like love, because waiting felt noble, because shrinking felt wise, and because believing her mattered more than believing myself even when my heart asked for less always. I sat across from her in the boardroom while the city glowed behind glass. She folded her hands like a presenter and smiled without warmth. We need to be practical, she said. Practical about us? I asked. Yes, she replied. A clean divorce before marriage avoids noise. I blinked. Divorce? We are engaged, I said. It's strategy, not emotion, she replied. You don't fit the brand image anymore. The words landed like invoices. I kept my voice steady. What changed? Optics, she said. Reputation. Convenience. Convenience. I repeated. She nodded. This partnership was useful. It no longer is. I swallowed. Partnership. She tilted her head. You know what I mean. No, I said. I thought I was your future. She smiled thin. You were. Things evolve. I stared at her. People don't evolve into paperwork. She sighed. Don't be dramatic. I'm asking why, I said. She tapped the table. Because the board prefers someone visible. Powerful. Aligned. With you? I asked. With the company, she corrected. And me? I asked. She hesitated. You're stable? That's bad. I asked. It's limiting, she said. I laughed once. I thought you liked stable. I like growth, she replied. And you're comfortable. Comfortable? I echoed. She leaned back. Safe. The word stung. Safe is not love? She blinked. Love is not a metric. I whispered, it was to me. She glanced at her watch. This doesn't need to be emotional. It is emotional, I said. It's my life. It's our image, she replied. I shook my head. You're negotiating our relationship like a contract. She didn't deny it. That's efficient. Efficient? I asked. You're ending us because it's efficient? I'm optimizing, she said. For who? I asked. For the brand, she replied. I leaned forward. And I'm what, a liability? She paused. You're incompatible. I felt my chest tighten. Since when? Since the last quarter, she said. Since you started winning, I said quietly. She frowned. That's unfair. You don't like that I don't need you, I said. She laughed. You always need me. I met her eyes. Not like you think. She stiffened. This isn't about control. It feels like it, I replied. She folded her arms. You're being sensitive. The word burned. I'm being human. She stood. We can end this clean. No drama. No noise. Like a press release? I asked. She didn't smile. Like adults. Adults talk, I said. They don't terminate. She sighed. You'll be fine. You're strong. The sentence cut deeper than the decision. I stood. Strong enough to be erased? She hesitated. Don't twist this. I'm trying to understand it, I said. She gathered her tablet. We'll have legal send documents. Already? I asked. Prepared, she said. Of course, I whispered. She walked out. I stayed. Daniel found me by the elevators. What happened? She offered divorce, I said. His face changed. Before marriage? Yes, I replied. Why, he asked. Brand, I said. He laughed sharply. That's insane. She says I don't fit, I replied. He clenched his jaw. Fit what? Her image, I said. He shook his head. You're not a logo. She treats me like one, I replied. He stepped closer. Are you okay? I think so, I said. He stared. No, you're not. I shrugged. I'm processing. He exhaled. She's cold. She's strategic, I replied. Same thing, he said. Maya called. I answered. She did it, didn't she? Maya asked. Did what? I said. She said something, Maya replied. I heard it in your voice. She wants a divorce, I said. Silence. Then crying. Maya, I said. No, she sobbed. No, no, no. It's okay, I said. It's not, she said. You love her. I do, I replied. She doesn't love you, Maya cried. She does, I said weakly. She's using you, Maya said. Don't say that, I replied. She offered you like a deal, Maya said. That's not love. I closed my eyes. She says I'm strong. Maya sniffed. You shouldn't have to be strong with someone you love. The truth hurt. Daniel took my phone. Hey Maya, I'm here. She sobbed harder. Please protect him. I will, Daniel said. He handed the phone back. Saturday she called me sensitive. Daniel scoffed. She called you disposable. That's not fair, I said. He leaned in. She scheduled your exit. I laughed. She always does. He went quiet. That's not funny. I whispered. I didn't even argue. Why, he asked. Because I didn't want to look weak, I said. He stared. To who? To her, I replied. He shook his head. Man. At home I paced. I stared at the ring box. I didn't open it. My phone buzzed. Her name. Yes. I said. Did you tell Daniel? She asked. Yes, I replied. She sighed. That wasn't necessary. I needed someone, I said. You always do, she replied. The tone hurt. Why are you surprised that I'm hurt? I asked. She paused. I didn't think you'd take it personally. I laughed. It's my engagement. It's business, she replied. It was my heart, I said. You're mixing things, she said. You separated them, I replied. She exhaled. You'll recover. From you? I asked. Yes, she said. I whispered, that was fast. She said, you're resilient. I felt small. I was loyal. She said, same thing. No, I replied. It's not. She grew impatient. Don't drag this out. I'm not dragging, I said. I'm bleeding. She went quiet. I didn't think you'd make it emotional, she said. I didn't think you'd make it cold, I replied. She said, we can still be friends. I laughed. You don't even like me. That's not true, she said. Then why is this easy for you? I asked. She didn't answer. I mattered, I said. You did, she replied. Did. I repeated. She sighed. We'll talk later. We always do, I said. She hung up. I sat in the dark. Maya texted, please leave her. I typed, I can't. Daniel texted, you should. I deleted it. I looked at the wall. I whispered, was I ever real to you? The room didn't answer. I replayed her words. Cling. Practical. Brand. Image. Strong. I laughed once. Strong? I said. I didn't feel strong. I felt erased. I picked up the ring box. I didn't open it. I set it down. I lay back and stared at the ceiling again. I told myself she was under pressure. I told myself she didn't mean it. I told myself she loved me. I told myself I was wrong. I told myself I was fine. I believed none of it. I closed my eyes and whispered, you'll be fine. It sounded like her voice, and it hurt. I sat alone in my car with the engine off and my hands shaking. The office lights above me were still on, and her floor glowed like a promise I could not keep. My phone was in my lap. I pressed record without thinking. This is just for me, I whispered. My voice sounded thin. I am tired, I said. I am small around you. I shrink so you can stand taller. I nod so you can win. I wait so you can leave. I stared at the steering wheel. You control the room and I pretend it is love, I said. You call it focus and I call it hunger. I am starving and you keep feeding the company. The red dot blinked. I stay because I love you, I said. Not because I am weak. Not because I am stupid. I stay because I hope you will see me. My throat tightened. You correct me in front of staff, I said. You schedule me like a task. You cancel me like a meeting. You end me like a contract. My chest burned. I miss being wanted, I said. I miss being chosen. I miss being first. I rubbed my eyes. I am scared of losing you, I said. I am scared of losing myself. I am already losing. A knock hit the window. I jumped. Hey, Daniel said through the glass. You okay? I wiped my face and ended the recording. Yeah, I said. Just tired. He opened the door and slid in. You look wrecked, he said. I am fine, I replied. He snorted. No, you are not. I stared ahead. She offered divorce, I said. He froze. She did not. She did, I replied. Like a deal. He shook his head. That is cold. She says it is strategy, I said. Everything is strategy to her, he replied. I laughed once. Even me. Daniel leaned back. What did she say? She said I do not fit the brand, I said. He scoffed. You are not a logo. She treats me like one, I replied. He went quiet. Do you want to leave? I hesitated. I do not know. Why not? He asked. Because I love her, I said. He stared. She does not love you the same. Do not say that, I replied. He sighed. I will say it again if I need to. My phone buzzed. Her name. I ignored it. Daniel raised a brow. Answer. I shook my head. Not yet. He nodded. Good. Upstairs in her office, the smart speaker lit up on the desk. My file name was still open from earlier. The room was empty and the door was ajar. The device played my voice. I am tired, I said from the speaker. I am small around you. She froze in the doorway. You control the room and I pretend it is love, my voice said. Her breath hitched. I stay because I love you, the speaker said. Not because I am weak. Her hand rose to her mouth. I am starving and you keep feeding the company, my voice said. She did not move. I miss being wanted, the speaker said. I miss being chosen. Her eyes filled. I am scared of losing you, my voice said. I am already losing. The device kept talking. You schedule me like a task, my voice said. You end me like a contract. She whispered, no. I am not stupid, my voice said. I am loyal. She stepped back. Downstairs, Daniel tapped the dash. You should eat, he said. I cannot, I replied. He glanced at my phone. She is calling again. Let it ring, I said. He studied me. You are shaking. I know, I replied. Talk to me, he said. I feel small, I said. He looked at me. You are not. I feel owned, I said. He clenched his jaw. That is not love. I feel invisible, I said. He nodded. I see you. I swallowed. I stay because I hope. He sighed. Hope is not a plan. Love is, I replied. He was quiet. Upstairs, she leaned on the desk. The speaker was still glowing. I am already losing, my voice said again. She pressed stop with shaking fingers. The room felt louder after. She paced once, twice. She whispered, I did not know. Her phone buzzed. My name. She stared at it. She did not call. She sat in the chair and stared at the wall. She whispered, he is not weak. She closed her eyes. Down in the car, Daniel opened a bottle of water and handed it to me. Drink, he said. I took it. My hand shook. Do you want me to stay? He asked. Yes, I replied. He nodded. I am here. I checked my phone. No messages. I frowned. She always texts back. He said nothing. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. I ignored it. Daniel leaned closer. What if she panics? About what? I asked. About losing control, he replied. I laughed. She does not lose. He met my eyes. Everyone does. Upstairs, she stood and walked to the mirror. Her face looked pale. She whispered, I did not mean to starve him. She opened her laptop. My calendar was still shared. She scrolled. She saw the gaps. She saw the cancels. She saw the waits. Her throat tightened. She whispered, I am not a monster. The door creaked. Sophie peeked in. Are you okay? Sophie asked. She nodded too fast. Yes. Sophie hesitated. He left. Her eyes flashed. Where? In the parking lot, Sophie said. She grabbed her phone. She stopped. She set it down. She whispered, he said he is tired. Sophie said nothing. Down in the car, Daniel checked the time. Do you want to go home? He asked. No, I replied. Not yet. Why? He asked. Because if I go, I will wait, I said. He nodded. And she will cancel. I closed my eyes. Yes. He said softly, do not shrink. I opened them. I am trying. He smiled. That is new. My phone buzzed. Her name. I answered. Hello, I said. Her voice was tight. Where are you? Outside, I replied. With Daniel? She asked. Yes, I said. She paused. We need to talk. About the divorce? I asked. Silence. About us, she said. Those are the same, I replied. She breathed. You sound different. I finally heard myself, I said. She whispered, so did I. I frowned. What? She said nothing. Did you hear me? I asked. She swallowed. Yes. My heart jumped. Hear what? She said softly, everything. The word hit. Everything? I asked. Yes, she replied. Daniel's eyes widened. I said, when? Just now, she said. I stared at the windshield. You heard my thoughts? I asked. Your voice note, she replied. My throat closed. She whispered, I did not know you felt that small. I said, now you do. She said, I did not know I was starving you. I laughed once. Now you do. She said, I did not know you stayed for love. I replied, I said that. She was quiet. I am sorry, she said. I felt nothing. She added, I am shaken. I replied, I am empty. She said, I need to see you. I said, I need space. She whispered, do not leave. I answered, I am already gone. Daniel put a hand on my shoulder. She breathed hard. You are not weak. I said, I never was. She said, I am scared. I replied, so am I. She went quiet. I said, good night. She whispered, please? I ended the call. Daniel exhaled. She heard. Yes, I said. He shook his head. That changes things. Does it? I asked. He paused. For her. I looked at the dark building. Not for me. Upstairs, she stood in the quiet office with my words still in her ears. She stared at the door. Her power felt thin. Her control felt loud. Her hands trembled. She did not recognize herself. Down in the car, I leaned back and closed my eyes. I am not weak, I whispered. Daniel smiled. No, you are not. The city hummed. I felt seen for the first time. She was upstairs, shaken. I was below, steady. And the balance had shifted. I woke before the alarm and stared at the ceiling, listening to the city breathe through the window. My phone buzzed. Her name. I let it ring. It buzzed again. I answered. Hey, she said. Are you awake? I am, I replied. Did I wake you? She asked. No, I said. She paused. You sound distant. I sound honest, I replied. She laughed lightly. Come to the office early, she said. We can have coffee. We can, I said. She waited. So I will, I replied. Her voice softened. Good. We hung up. Daniel texted, you see that? I typed what? He replied, she's chasing. I smiled once. At the lobby, she touched my arm as I passed. You look tired, she said. I slept, I replied. She tilted her head. You never say that. I do now, I said. She followed me. Lunch later? Maybe, I replied. She frowned. Maybe? Yes, I said. Her hand tightened. I'll book it. Don't, I said. She froze. Why? I might be busy, I replied. With what? She asked. With me, I said. She blinked. That's new. So am I replied. In the elevator, she stood closer than usual. You didn't text last night, she said. I was quiet, I replied. Are you upset? She asked. No, I said. Then why does it feel like you are? She asked. Because you're used to me explaining, I replied. Her jaw set. Explain now. I met her eyes. No. The doors opened. She hesitated. I stepped out. At my desk, Maya called. "She's being nice," she said. "Yes," I replied. "Be careful," she warned. "I am," I said. "Don't soften," she added. "I won't," I replied. She exhaled. "Good." Sophie dropped the file. "She's watching you," she whispered. "I know," I said. She glanced back. "It's working." "What is?" I asked. "Your silence," she replied. Elena appeared. "What are you two whispering about?" she asked. "Work," I said. Sophie nodded. "Deadlines." Elena smiled too wide. "I like teamwork," she said. "So do I replied. She leaned in. "You smell different." "Soap," I said. She laughed. "You're funny today." "I'm calm," I replied. She searched my face. "Are you testing me?" "No," I said. "I'm resting." She pulled a chair. "Sit with me." "I am," I replied. "Closer," she said. "No," I replied. Her eyes flicked. "You're cold?" "I'm steady," I said. She touched my wrist. "Your pulse is slow." "I'm breathing," I replied. She watched my hand. "Do you still love me?" "I still respect myself," I said. She stiffened. "That's not an answer." "It is," I replied. Daniel walked by. "Morning," he said. She smiled at him. "He's in a mood." "I'm in a state," I replied. Daniel raised a brow. "Which one?" "Clear," I said. He nodded. "Nice." She narrowed her eyes. "You two talk." "We listen," Daniel said. She forced a laugh. "Cute." She stood. "Meeting in 5. "I'll be there," I said. She hesitated. "Sit by me." "I'll sit where there's space," I replied. Her lips pressed thin. In the meeting she interrupted. "We'll handle it," she said. "I can," I replied. She blinked. "You?" "Yes," I said. She leaned forward. "Let me." "No," I said. The room went quiet. She smiled tight. "Since when?" "Since now," I replied. She exhaled. "Fine." After she followed me. "You embarrassed me," she said. "I spoke," I replied. She scoffed. "Same thing." "No," I said. "Different." She grabbed my sleeve. "Don't do this." "Don't grab me," I replied. Her hand dropped. "Are you trying to punish me?" "I'm trying to stand," I said. She searched my face. "You're changing." "I already did," I replied. She whispered, "Why?" "Because I heard myself," I said. She flinched. At lunch she ordered for me. "Salad," she said. "Soup," I replied. She froze. "You don't like soup." "I do," I said. She stared. "Since when?" "Since I decided," I replied. She pushed the menu. "You're being difficult." "I'm being direct," I said. She leaned closer. "Talk to me." "I am," I replied. She whispered, "You're scaring me." "I stopped scaring myself," I said. Her breath caught. Maya texted, "Hold the line." I typed, "Holding." Daniel called. "She's losing grip," he said. "I see it," I replied. "Don't rescue her," he warned. "I won't," I said. She called my name from across the room. "Come here." "In a minute," I replied. She stood. "Now." "No," I said. Her eyes widened. "Excuse me?" "No," I repeated. People looked. She lowered her voice. "You're making a scene." "I'm making a boundary," I replied. She swallowed. "Why are you doing this?" "I'm surviving," I said. She stared. "Are you planning to leave me?" I met her gaze. "I'm planning to survive." She went still. The room breathed. I did too. She waited. I said nothing. She said, "Say something." I replied, "I already did." She asked, "Do you hate me?" I said, "I'm protecting me." She stepped back. "You're cruel." I answered, "I'm calm." Daniel texted, "Stay firm." I typed, "I am." Maya texted, "Proud." I smiled. Elena whispered, "You're different." I replied, "I'm real." She shook her head. "Come home with me." I said, "No." She blinked. "Why not?" I answered, "Because I need air." She breathed fast. "You're leaving." I said, "I'm choosing." She pressed her lips together. "You're breaking us." I replied, "You built us brittle." She reached out. I stepped away. "Don't," I said. She froze. "You don't touch me now?" I replied, "I touch my limits." She laughed once. It sounded thin. You'll come back. I said, maybe. She whispered, please? I said, respect. She nodded without meaning it. The door opened behind her. People passed. The moment thinned. She looked smaller. I felt taller. Daniel called again. Proud, he said. I replied, steady? Maya sent a heart. I sent one back. Elena watched me walk away. She did not follow. The space between us felt clean. I kept breathing. I kept moving. Survived. I sat across from her in the glass office, hands open, breath steady. She closed the door and leaned against it, eyes red, jaw tight. You know, she said. You heard it, I replied. All of it. She swallowed. Yes. I nodded. When? She whispered, that night. I asked, the night you offered the divorce? She nodded. I didn't mean to. I said, you listened. She said, I froze. I said, you stayed. She said, I couldn't move. I said, you chose. She flinched. Don't do that. I replied, do what? She said, make me the villain. I answered, you made the plan. She breathed fast. I was scared. I said, I was small. She stepped closer. I heard you say you felt owned. I replied, I was. She whispered, I never wanted that. I said, you practiced it. She winced. I heard you say you were starving. I said, I was. She covered her mouth. I didn't know. I replied, you didn't ask. She shook her head. I asked about work. I said, you scheduled me. She said, I tried to protect you. I answered, you controlled me. She pressed her palms together. I didn't think you'd leave. I said, I didn't think I'd wake. She Saturday, so you recorded a voice note? I said, for me. She asked, and I heard it. I said, yes. She whispered, every word? I replied, every cut. She closed her eyes. You said I shrink you. I said, you did. She said, I didn't mean to. I answered, intent didn't stop it. She leaned forward. Say it again. I said, you erased me. She gasped. I didn't erase you. I replied, you edited me. She shook. I was busy. I said, you were powerful. She whispered, I am powerful. I replied, not here. She stared. What do you mean? I said, you can't move me now. She reached. I stayed. She said, I'm sorry. I nodded. For what? She said, for hurting you. I replied, name it. She paused. For interrupting. I said, more? She said, for scheduling. I said, more? She whispered, for choosing work. I said, more? She cried, for making you small. I said, more? She sobbed, for using you. I said, more? She broke. For loving control. I said, enough. She dropped to the chair. I didn't know how. I replied, you never tried. She looked up. I'm trying now. I said, too late. She flinched. Please. I said, stop. She whispered, don't leave. I replied, I didn't say that. She grabbed the armrest. Then stay. I said, I'm here. She shook. Not like that. I answered, like this. She breathed hard. I heard you say you stayed because you loved me. I said, I did. She whispered, I thought you stayed because you were weak. I said, you were wrong. She cried. I know. I said, now. She leaned forward. I need you. I paused. Why? She said, because you steady me. I replied, that's not love. She said, it's something. I answered, it's dependence. She shook. I can change. I said, you can't own change. She whispered, teach me. I replied, I'm not your class. She covered her face. I'm losing you. I said, you lost me when you chose control. She said, I chose survival. I replied, so did I. She looked up. I heard you say you were lonely in the same room. I said, I was. She said, I didn't see you. I answered, you saw your mirror. She gasped. That's cruel. I said, it's clear. She pressed her knees together. I never begged. I replied, you're about to. She whispered, please? I said, say it. She said, please don't leave. I replied, why? She said, because I need you. I nodded. You always did. She cried. Then stay. I said, I will finish. She asked, finish what? I said, the truth. She stilled. Go on. I said, you corrected me in public. She nodded. You interrupted me in meetings. She nodded. You scheduled my life. She nodded. You chose optics over us. She nodded. You called me sensitive. She nodded. You framed divorce as strategy. She nodded. You listened to my pain and stayed. She broke. I did. I said, that is who you were. She whispered, was. I replied, is. She shook. No, I said, not for me. She leaned forward. I will kneel. I said, don't. She slid off the chair and crouched, hands shaking. Please, she said. I stayed still. Look at me, I said. She looked. I'm not your asset. She nodded. I'm not your brand. She nodded. I'm not your schedule. She nodded. I'm a person. She cried. I know. I said, say it. She whispered, you are a person. I said, and? She said, you matter. I replied, do I? She nodded hard. Yes. I said, then let me go. She froze. No, I said, that's control. She sobbed. I can't. I replied, you won't. She rocked. I need you. I thought you always did. You just never treated me like it. I stood, walked to the window and let the light cut across my hands. She stayed on the floor, shoulders shaking, breath uneven. Get up, I said. She didn't. Please, she whispered. Stand, I said. She rose slowly. Look at me, I said. She did. I won't bargain, I said. She nodded. I won't be managed, I said. She nodded. I won't be quiet, I said. She nodded again. And I won't be owned, I said. She covered her mouth. I hear you, she said. I replied, then change. She asked, how? I answered, by letting go. She whispered, of you? I said, of control. She closed her eyes. I'm afraid, she said. I replied, so am I. She stepped back. If you leave, she said, I fall. I answered, if I stay, I disappear. She reached. I stepped aside. I need you, she said. I breathed in, breathed out, and stayed steady. No. I woke before her alarms and left the apartment without asking. The hallway was quiet and honest. My phone buzzed and I ignored it. I chose coffee over explanations. Daniel called and said, you sound different. I replied, I am. He laughed and said, good. Maya texted, are you okay? I typed, I'm steady. She sent a heart. I met her eyes in my mirror and didn't apologize. At the office I walked past her door and didn't pause. Sophie blinked. Victor stared. I kept moving. The desk felt like mine for the first time today. Right now at last. She cornered me by the elevator and said, where are you going? I said, to work. She said, with who? I said, myself. She smiled thin and said, cute? I said, clear. She reached for my sleeve and I stepped back. You're late, she said. I decide, I replied. Her jaw tightened. We need to talk, she said. We are, I replied. She whispered, you're punishing me. I said, I'm protecting me. The doors opened. I walked in alone and let them close. The silence felt earned and strong and clean and final to me right now for me today. Her assistant brought a gift box and said, from the boss. I said, return it. She blinked. It's a watch, she said. I have time, I replied. She hesitated. She asked me, she said. I decline, I replied. The assistant nodded and left. Daniel texted, proud. I typed, learning. Maya called. You sound like you, she said. I am me, I replied. She laughed. Finally. Robert stopped by my desk and said, coffee? I said, yes. He said, no strings. I smiled. Deal. We walked to the corner cafe and talked about work and boundaries with calm focus today now. She called during coffee and said, did you get the watch? I said, no, she said, why? I said, because no. She sighed. I can offer you a title, she said. I have one, I replied. Which? She asked. Me, I said. Robert smiled. Nice, he said. She heard and said, who is that? I said, my mentor. She paused. I didn't approve, she said. I replied, I didn't ask. She went quiet. You're changing, she said. I'm choosing, I replied. Robert raised his cup. To choice, he said. I clinked. The barista smiled and slid the check toward us. Back at the office she waited by my chair and said, "Lunch?" I said, "No," she frowned. "We always," she began. I cut in. "Not today." She whispered, "You're punishing me." I said, "I'm feeding me." She reached into her bag. "Tickets," she said. "Front row." I said, "Return them." She blinked. "Why?" I said, "Because gifts aren't fixes." She swallowed. "What do you want?" she asked. I replied, "Space." She nodded too fast. "Fine." I stood. "Thank you." She stared. The hallway felt wide and bright and mine, and nobody blocked my way today at all right now here. Daniel met me after work and said, "You didn't fold." I said, "I won't." He grinned. "Proud?" he said. Maya joined and hugged me. "You sound like yourself," she said. I replied, "I found him." She laughed. "About time." My phone lit. Her name. I didn't answer. Daniel raised a brow. "Boundary," he said. I nodded. Maya whispered, "Keep it?" I did. The screen went dark. My chest stayed light. I paid the bill and didn't check the receipt. Freedom felt cheap and priceless. We walked in the cold and laughed about small plans and warm soup later tonight now. She waited at home with flowers and said, "I cooked." I said, "I'm not hungry." She forced a smile. "I can order," she said. I replied, "I already ate." Her eyes searched. "With who?" she asked. I said, "Friends." She stiffened. "Without me?" I said, "Yes." She whispered, "You're drifting." I answered, "I'm steering." She stepped closer. "I can give you a team," she said. I replied, "I have one." She said, "I can promote you." I said, "Not with strings." She swallowed. "You're different." I said, "I'm done being owned." The silence landed heavy and honest and fair now. Robert called later and said, "I have a role." I asked, "Under you?" He said, "Beside me." I smiled. "Tell me." He said, "Build systems, not egos." I replied, "I can." He said, "No politics." I answered, "Deal?" He added, "No favors." I said, "Good." He paused. "She will hate this." I said, "I won't." He laughed. "Start Monday." I said, "Thank you." He replied, "Earn it." I said, "Always." I hung up and felt tall. She watched from the doorway, unsure. "What was that?" she asked. I said, "My future." Her breath hitched and she looked smaller than before. She tried again with a car and said, "It's yours." I said, "No," she blinked. "Why not?" I said, "Because you buy distance." She frowned. "I buy solutions." I replied, "Not me." She said, "I can give you power." I said, "I already have it." She scoffed. "From where?" I said, "From no." She laughed thin. "You're playing games." I answered, "I'm setting rules." She stepped back. "Who are you?" she asked. I replied, "The man you never met." She went still. The room felt even. I stayed. My shoulders dropped and my voice stayed calm and low and steady. Maya called at night and said, "You okay?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Really?" I said, "Finally." She laughed. "I hear you." I replied, "Good." Daniel texted, "Boundary King." I typed, "Student." He sent a crown. I sent a wall. She knocked and said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Tomorrow?" She said, "Please?" I said, "Rest." She hesitated. "You don't need me," she said. I answered, "I never did." She flinched. I added, "I wanted you." She whispered, "I'm afraid." I replied, "Me too." I closed the door gently. The lock sounded like peace. It finally belonged to me alone. I walked into the office and the air felt thinner than yesterday. Phones rang, voices rushed, and no one waited for her anymore. Sophie whispered, "The board is early." I nodded. "I am on time," I said. She watched me. "She's not," she replied. I passed her door. It was open. She was pacing. "Where were you?" she asked. "Working," I said. "On what?" she snapped. "Me," I answered. Her eyes flashed. "We need you," she said. "You need calm," I replied. She scoffed. "You're cold," she said. "I'm clear," I replied. Victor coughed. "Investors are waiting," he said. "Okay." She grabbed my arm. Stay, she whispered. I pulled back. No, I said. Daniel texted, don't rescue. I typed, I won't. Maya called. Remember, she said. I remember, I replied. She swallowed. They're questioning strategy, Victor muttered. She turned on him. Fix it, she ordered. He froze. We can't, he said. She stared at me. Help, she begged. I shook my head. Listen, I said. To who? She snapped. To them, I answered. Phones buzzed. A manager whispered, they're leaving. She laughed. They won't. I replied, they already are. Her breath hitched. Please, she said. I stayed still. Silence fell. Robert called from the hall. Meeting room 3, he said. No politics. I nodded. She watched me leave. You're choosing them, she accused. I'm choosing me, I replied. Daniel waited by the stairs. You okay? He asked. Steady, I said. He grinned. Good. Maya texted, breathe. I typed, done. Inside, the directors frowned. Numbers are thin, one said. Trust is thinner, I replied. She burst in. This is my room, she said. A director answered, not today. She blinked. What? I met her eyes. Sit, I said. She didn't. Please, she whispered. I shook my head. The door closed. Quiet. She cornered me after. They doubt me, she said. They question you, I replied. Fix it, she demanded. Own it, I answered. Victor hovered. We can spin, he said. She nodded. Spin, she repeated. I said, truth. She flinched. Don't, she warned. Do, I replied. Her phone rang. Yes, she said. No, she said. Understood, she said. She ended the call. They're freezing, she whispered. Good, I said. You're cruel, she said. I'm calm, I replied. Daniel texted, don't cave. I typed, I won't. Maya wrote, I'm here. I replied, I know. She reached. I stepped back. Space held. Fair. Investors passed without greeting. She watched them go. Why won't they look at me? She asked. Because they see you, I replied. Victor whispered, PR team ready? She nodded. Call them, she said. I said, no, she blinked. Excuse me? No, I repeated. You need me, she said. You want control, I replied. She shook. I'm scared, she said. So was I answered. Daniel sighed. Pattern, he said. She snapped, not now. Maya called. Protect yourself, she said. I am, I replied. She cried. Help me, she begged. I stayed quiet. The hallway hummed. People waited. No one moved. Robert stood beside me. Let it fall, he said. It's gravity. I nodded. She heard. You're plotting, she accused. I'm standing, I replied. Victor muttered, compliance is calling. She winced. Tell them later, she said. I said, now. A junior whispered, we're afraid. She barked, work. I said, listen. She stared. To you. To them, I answered. Phones chimed. Press downstairs, Sophie said. She flinched. Already? She asked. Yes, I said. You want this, she said. I want peace, I replied. She laughed. At my cost, she said. At the truth, I replied. She covered her mouth. Tears fell. Quiet. She leaned into me. Please, she whispered. I didn't move. You used me, I said. I loved you, she replied. You owned me, I answered. Victor shifted. We can settle, he said. Sit, I replied. He sat. Daniel nodded. Good, he said. Maya texted, proud. I smiled. She noticed. You're enjoying this, she accused. I'm surviving, I replied. A director asked, what's next? I said, truth. She whispered, don't. I replied, do. Phones buzzed. Chairs scraped. A door opened. Media, someone said. She shook. I need you, she said. I answered, you needed control. She sank. The room waited. She grabbed my hand. Stay, she said. I pulled free. No, I replied. Daniel whispered, boundary. I nodded. Maya wrote, strong. I typed, learning. Victor said, we need a statement. She nodded. Draft it, she said. I said, truth. She laughed. You're impossible, she said. I'm honest, I replied. Robert added, we adjourn. A director agreed. We will, he said. She stared. Without me? He answered, yes. She gasped. This is unfair, she said. So was silence, I replied. She shook. Help me, she begged. I stayed still. The lights hummed. The clock ticked. No one moved. Fair and final. After she followed me. Talk, she said. Listen, I replied. I can't breathe, she said. I could, I answered. Daniel frowned. Don't go back, he warned. Maya called. Remember nights, she said. I do, I replied. Victor muttered, we're exposed. She snapped, quiet. I said, hear them. She closed her eyes. I'm failing, she whispered. You're seeing, I replied. Robert said, we end here. A guard nodded. Time. She reached. I stepped aside. Why? She asked. Because distance, I said, is justice. She stared. You hate me, she said. I don't feel, I replied. The door opened. Light spilled. Outside rain whispered. She stood small. Hold me, she asked. No, I replied. Daniel smiled. Good, he said. Maya wrote, safe. I typed, yes. Robert nodded. Gravity, he said. Exactly, I replied. She shook. You're leaving, she said. I'm staying, I answered. With me, she asked. With me, I said. Victor sighed. It's over, he said. She whispered, please? I replied, no. A taxi passed. People watched. Life moved. You did this, she said. You built it, I answered. She closed her eyes. I need you, she said. You needed power, I replied. The light changed. I stepped. She stayed. I met her in the conference room. She was standing by the window, arms crossed, jaw tight. You came, she said. I'm here, I replied. Sit, she ordered. No, I said. She blinked. You used to, she said. I don't, I replied. She laughed once. Don't play games, she said. I'm not, I replied. We need to talk, she said. We are, I replied. She stepped closer. After everything I've done, she said. You kept score, I replied. Her eyes flashed. I built your life, she said. You scheduled it, I replied. She scoffed. You owe me, she said. I owe myself, I replied. She shook her head. You're being dramatic, she said. I'm being clear, I replied. She paced. We can fix this, she said. We kept breaking it, I replied. She stopped. You promised, she said. I tried, I replied. You loved me, she said. I did, I replied. Do you still? She asked. No, I said. The word landed. Her breath hitched. You don't mean that, she said. I do, I replied. She laughed again. You're tired, she said. I'm done, I replied. She reached for my sleeve. Stay, she whispered. No, I said. She swallowed. I can change, she said. You can't, I replied. Her face fell. That's cruel, she said. It's honest, I replied. She pointed at the chairs. We built this, she said. You owned it, I replied. She frowned. We are a team, she said. We were, I replied. She folded her arms. You're scared, she said. I'm steady, I replied. You need me, she said. You want control, I replied. She laughed thinly. You're nothing without me, she said. I'm someone without you, I replied. She flinched. You're angry, she said. I'm calm, I replied. She wiped her eyes. Don't do this, she said. I already did, I replied. She stepped closer. Remember Paris? She asked. I remember waiting, I replied. Remember our plans? She asked. I remember cancellations, I replied. She winced. You're unfair, she said. You were distant, I replied. She shook her head. I was busy, she said. I was lonely, I replied. She whispered, I need you. I answered, you needed power. She stared. I loved you, she said. You managed me, I replied. She covered her mouth. That's not fair, she said. It's accurate, I replied. She took a breath. We can start over, she said. I won't, I replied. Why? She asked. Because I disappear, I replied. She shook. I won't let you, she said. You already did, I replied. She paced again. I can give you anything, she said. I want nothing, I replied. A title, she said. No, I replied. A raise, she said. No, I replied. A team, she said. No, I replied. She laughed, breaking. You're impossible, she said. I'm independent, I replied. She leaned in. Be reasonable, she said. Be respectful, I replied. She frowned. To me, she said. To myself, I replied. She whispered, please? I shook my head. No, she gasped. You're leaving, she said. Yes, I replied. When? She asked. Now, I replied. She stepped back. You can't, she said. I can, I replied. She grabbed the table. I'll change, she said. You won't, I replied. I'll try, she said. I won't wait, I replied. She cried. You promised forever, she said. I promised love, I replied. Same thing, she said. Not anymore, I replied. She reached again. Don't, she said. Do, I replied. She knelt slightly. I need you, she said. You needed control, I replied. She sobbed. I'm sorry, she said. I know, I replied. Is that it? She asked. Yes, I replied. She shook her head. You're cruel, she said. I'm kind to me, I replied. She whispered, stay. I said, no. She looked small. Talk, she said. Listen, I replied. Fix this, she said. End this, I replied. She trembled. I can't lose you, she said. You already did, I replied. She covered her face. You're heartless, she said. I'm healed, I replied. She peeked. Who are you? She asked. The man you never knew, I replied. She swallowed. We can still be friends, she said. No, I replied. Why not? She asked. Because I choose distance, I replied. She laughed weakly. You think you've won, she said. This isn't a game, I replied. She stared at the floor. I can't breathe, she said. You will, I replied. She whispered, hold me. I said, no. She shook. You're cold, she said. I'm free, I replied. She reached the door. Don't go, she said. Watch me, I replied. She cried louder. I love you, she said. I choose me, I replied. She fell into the chair. You broke me, she said. You broke us, I replied. She whispered, please? I paused. Goodbye, I said. I turned. She called my name. I didn't look. The door opened. Light spilled in. I stepped out. My chest was steady. My hands were still. My mind was clear. I walked away without hurry. The hall was quiet. No footsteps followed. No voice reached. I didn't wait. I didn't turn. I didn't explain. I didn't apologize. I chose space. I chose calm. I chose truth. I chose myself. The elevator chimed. I entered. The doors closed. Her world stayed behind. My life moved forward. I breathed in. I breathed out. The weight was gone. The noise was gone. The rules were gone. I wasn't angry. I wasn't sad. I was complete. I was done. I was free. The floor counted down. The doors opened. I stepped into light. I didn't look back. She couldn't follow. She couldn't call. She couldn't reach. Control ended. Power ended. Silence stayed. I walked on. I didn't hurry. I didn't stop. I didn't doubt. I didn't break. I didn't beg. I didn't fold. I didn't look back. I was finally mine. Always. Forever. The man she couldn't control anymore was walking away complete and calm. Not in anger. Not in fear. In clarity. In peace. Morning came quiet. No alarms. No rushing. No voice telling me where to be. I sat on the edge of the bed and smiled. You're free, I told myself. The room didn't argue. I showered, dressed, and checked my phone. No missed calls. That felt like respect. Daniel texted, coffee? I replied, yes. He answered, proud? I typed, I'm learning. He sent a fist emoji. I laughed. At the cafe, Daniel grinned. Look at you, he said. Different, I replied. Lighter, he said. Steadier, I replied. He leaned back. You finally chose you, he said. I did, I replied. He raised his cup. To boundaries, he said. To breathing, I replied. He sipped. Any regrets? He asked. No, I replied. Not even a little? He asked. Not even a little, I replied. He nodded. That's growth, he said. That's peace, I replied. My phone buzzed. Maya. I answered. Where are you? She asked. Coffee, I replied. Come home, she said. I am home, I replied. She laughed. You know what I mean, she said. I'm coming, I replied. Daniel smirked. Go, he said. Family waits, I replied. He clapped my shoulder. Always, he said. Maya opened the door before I knocked. She wrapped me in a hug. You're home, she whispered. I am, I replied. She pulled back. You look calm, she said. I feel calm, I replied. She smiled. I like this version, she said. Me too, I replied. She handed me a mug. Tea, she said. Decaf, I replied. She grinned. I learned, she said. I laughed. Thank you, I replied. Saturday, did she call? She asked. No, I replied. Good, she said. I'm proud of you, she added. I'm proud of me, I replied. She blinked. Say that again, she said. I'm proud of me, I replied. She clapped once. Yes, she said. The doorbell rang. Robert stood there with a folder. Morning, he said. Morning, I replied. Maya raised an eyebrow. Who's this? She asked. Mentor, I replied. Robert smiled. Career guide, he said. Maya nodded. Nice, she said. Robert stepped in. Coffee? He asked. Tea, I replied. He laughed. Boundaries already, he said. Practice, I replied. He opened the folder. There's an opening, he said. No pressure, I replied. No pressure, he echoed. It's yours if you want it, he said. I'll think, I replied. He nodded. Good, he said. Don't rush, he added. I won't, I replied. Maya whispered, proud, and squeezed my arm. Robert stood. Call me, he said. I will, I replied. He paused. You did the right thing, he said. I know, I replied. He smiled and left. Maya watched the door. He seems kind, she said. He listens, I replied. She nodded. You deserve that, she said. I smiled. I believe you, I replied. Later Daniel called. Lunch? He asked. Yes, I replied. At the park, he asked. Any drama? None, I replied. He grinned. Boring looks good on you, he said. Peace looks better, I replied. He pointed at the bench. Sit, he said. No, I replied. He laughed. Old habits, he said. New rules, I replied. He shrugged. Fair, he said. We walked. You think you'll date? He asked. Not yet, I replied. Why? He asked. I'm busy choosing me, I replied. He nodded. That's attractive, he said. To me, I replied. He laughed. Always, he said. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I stared. Daniel raised an eyebrow. Her? He asked. Maybe, I replied. I declined. Daniel exhaled. Good, he said. I didn't feel anything, I replied. That's closure, he said. That's peace, I replied. At home Maya cooked. Sit, she said. Okay, I replied. She smiled. Progress, she said. Consent, I replied. She laughed. You're annoying, she said. I'm free, I replied. She stirred. What's the plan? She asked. Work, I replied. Gym, I added. Sleep, I added. You're wild, she said. I'm stable, I replied. She tasted the sauce. Approved, she said. By who? I asked. By me, she replied. Authority, I said. Shared, she replied. We smiled. After dinner, I washed dishes. Maya watched. You don't have to, she said. I want to, I replied. She nodded. Choice looks good on you, she said. Peace looks better, I replied. She hugged me again. You're home, she said. I am, I replied. Daniel texted, movie? I typed, yes. He replied, popcorn? I typed, always. At his place he paused the film. Talk, he said. About? I asked. Her, he said. I'm done, I replied. He studied me. You sure? He asked. Yes, I replied. No anger? He asked. No, I replied. No hate? He asked. No, I replied. Just distance, he said. Just clarity, I replied. He nodded. Healthy, he said. Finally, I replied. On the walk home I checked the sky. Clear. Quiet. I breathed. The city felt gentle. My phone buzzed again. Same number. I declined again. I didn't feel strong. I felt normal. That felt better. At my door Maya called. You okay? She asked. I am, I replied. Good night, she said. Good night, I replied. I hung up and smiled. The room was quiet. Not empty. Quiet. I set my alarm. I laid out clothes. I opened the window. Cool air came in. Honest air. I whispered, thank you. The room didn't answer. It didn't need to. I thought about the man I was. Apologizing. Shrinking. Waiting. I shook my head. Never again, I said. I thought about the man I am. Calm. Clear. Kind to himself. I nodded. Always, I said. Daniel texted, proud. I typed, me too. Maya texted, you're home. I typed, I am. Robert texted, Monday? I typed, yes. The future lined up without pushing. That felt right. I turned off the light. I lay back. I didn't replay fights. I didn't rehearse apologies. I didn't plan defenses. I just breathed. The rhythm stayed. She thought she owned me. The truth is I always belonged to myself.